Okay, here in area number 2, in number 1, I want to find the area of the rhombus. So this rhombus has 2 diagonals. From here to here is a diagonal, and that tells me it's 9 centimeters. So let me call this D sub 1, the first diagonal. And then from this corner to this corner, it tells me is 6 centimeters. So let me label that D sub 2, my second diagonal. Write down the area of a rhombus. Formula. So area of a rhombus equals 1/2 times D sub 1 times D sub 2. Okay, let's plug in the values that I know. So area equals 1/2, and the work that I am doing is similar work that you should be doing, times diagonal 1. Diagonal 1 is 9, so I'm going to plug 9 in for the first diagonal. D sub 2, the second diagonal, is 6. Now, does it matter which one I call D sub 1 and which one I call D sub 2? Does that matter? No, it doesn't, right? Because when you multiply them together by the commutative property, the order does not matter. So area is going to be equal to 1/2. And 9 times 6, that is 54, right? So area is equal to 1/2 times 54. So what is 1/2 of 54? Well, you could take 54, cut it in half, and you would get your answer. So if you take 54 and cut it in half, that's like dividing by 2. And so half of 54 would be 27. This is area, so of course this is square centimeters. But because it's a Google form, I just said put your answers as a number only. So I just put 27 into the answer box. So 27 square meters. Number 2, I have a parallelogram. So how do I find the area of a parallelogram? Area equals what? Area equals base times what? Base times height. So BH, base times height. So remember, the height is where the right angle is formed. So as you can see, this dashed line right here forms a right angle right here. So 16 is my height. Notice how 18 is not my height. The height is where the right angle is formed. So that's my height, and this is my base. So as you can see, my base and my height meet at this right angle. So let's plug in those numbers for the base and the height. So base, that is 14. And I'll be multiplying that by the height of 16. Okay, so in my calculator, I can type in 14 times 16, and the area would be 224. And my units would be square meters. Okay, so just put in 224 into the answer box, and that's the area of a parallelogram. Number 3, I have area of trapezoid. Okay, so how do I find the area of a trapezoid? Area of trapezoid equals what? 1/2 of the height. I take half of the height and I multiply that by the sum of the bases. When you hear sum of the bases, you should think sum, that means add. So I need to add those bases together. B sub 1 plus B sub 2. So my bases are 5 and 8, right? My height, what is my height? Well, it's where the right angle is formed. So right here, where the right angle is formed, that is my height. That's how tall the trapezoid is. So let's plug in my values here. Area equals 1/2 times my height, so that's 6. Okay, then the sum of the bases, so 5 plus 8. I'll add those bases together. Okay, so area equals, let me focus right here. What's 1/2 times 6? What's a half of 6? Well, you would say half of 6 is 3, right? And then what about inside the parentheses? What's 5 plus 8? That's 13. So I have 3 times 13. And what is 3 times 13? That would be 39, right? So the area of this trapezoid is 39 what? 39 centimeters squared, since area is in square units. But in the Google form, we just put the number in, so just put in 39. Okay, one more. We're going to find the area of a triangle. So how do I find area of triangle? Area of triangle equals 1/2 times base times height. Okay, so what is my base? So remember, the area of a triangle, for the area of a triangle, the height is determined from one vertex to a side where the right angle is formed. So this line right here, where the right angle is formed, that right there is going to be my height. That is h. And the height meets the base. So this right here is my base. Where the height meets the base, that is where the right angle is formed. And so this 20 is my base. So it's like the triangle is like turned on its side. So area equals 1/2 times the base. Base is 20 times the height. Height is 11. Okay, so area equals, let me focus on this first. What's 1/2 times 20? 1/2 of 20. Notice how I'm saying of. Of, we know, means multiply, right? So 1/2 of 20, 1/2 times 20. That, of course, would be 10, right? Then I got to multiply by this 11. And we know 10 times 11 is 110. Okay, so my area is 110, and my units are millimeters. That's what mm is, millimeters squared. Okay, so in my text box, I'll just put in 110. All right, so that's the first four. Number 5, you find the area of a rhombus. So you'll use 1/2 times d1 times d2. Number 6, area of trapezoid, like we just did. Number 7, area of trapezoid. Number 8, area of parallelogram. So area equals base times height. Number 9, area of trapezoid. And number 10, area of a rhombus. So area equals 1/2 times d1 times d2. Once you submit, view your score, and click edit response to fix the ones that you missed.